My students, welcome to my today's topic. Today we will be just discussing about the green skills part 1. Okay, so in these lessons we will learn about the environment, relationship between society and environment, then ecosystem and environmental protections and conservation like natural resource conservations, and then green economy and its importance. Okay, so basically the first thing is that green economy. So what is the green economy? Actually, green economy aims to provide a high quality of life by the efficient use of natural resources. Okay, so here the factor behind adopting green economy are consumption of huge amount of non renewable resources, non availability of mineral and energy resources frequently, and growing number of poor people. Okay, so the steps towards developing green economy also make an impact on employment rate by offering green jobs, which will define its significance in the future. Okay, so we have to create green jobs in different sectors. Okay, like agriculture, industry services or administrations. Okay, then these sectors may include the kinds of jobs that provide protection of ecosystems, reduce the consumption of energy, raw materials and water, and also minimize the wastage and pollution. Okay, so now to do such green jobs, some necessary green skills are required here. So green skills, you can say, are the skills required to adapt the processes, services and products for climate change in compliance with the environment rules and regulations related to them. Okay. Next, we will learn about the environment. So we live in an environment where we are having living organisms and non-living organisms. So environment can be defined as everything that is surround us. Okay, so it can be living organisms and non-living organisms. It also includes physical, chemical and natural forces. So the living organisms live in their physical environment. They continuously interact with each other and adapt themselves to their physical environment. Okay, so environment is the place, people, things and nature that surround any living organism. Okay, so it is our basic life support system which provides us the air, water, food and the land we need in our daily life. Got it? Okay, so here we have to learn also about the ecosystem. So what is an ecosystem? Ecosystem. Okay, so ecosystem can be represented as a natural unit that contains living organisms such as animals, plants, in order to work together with the physical environment. Okay, so these organisms fulfill their needs by interacting with the environment to which they belong. Their needs include food, air, water, everything. The well-being of all the organisms is absolutely dependent on a healthy environment. Okay. Next we will learn in session 2 relationship between society and environment. Okay. So here we are having one next term, that is ecology. Everything already you have learned in science also. So what is ecology? Ecology is the combination of society people's beliefs, cultures, activities and customs with respect to environment to fulfill their desires and for their own development. Okay, got it? So here we are having the relationship between society and environment. Okay, here you can see general relationships between society and physical environment. Number 1 is human activities, number 2 culture and civilization, and then it is economic prosperity. Okay. So when we are discussing about all these factors, the first things we have to learn about the human activities. Okay. So human activities are deeply affected by extremely hot or cold weather. Okay. So moderate temperature is always considered as the best condition to evoke a human activity. Okay. Next one is culture and civilization. So culture and civilizations are greatly influenced by the surrounding environment. Okay. So the great rivers like the Ganges, you can take the Nile, the all the great rivers already nurtured our earlier civilizations. Okay. So the sea coast were always a threshold for our social and cultural aspects, along with acting a natural barrier for our safety and security. Okay. Next one is economic prosperity. The geographical condition of a country is deeply related with the economic prosperity of the region, particular region. Okay. So sufficient natural resources are necessary for the economic growth of a country. The production in a certain region depends upon the raw materials available in that region. Okay. So this is known as the economic prosperity. Okay. Okay. Now there are various physical features also that affect society in various ways. Okay. Like number one is influence on population. The influence of plains on the population can be seen from the fact that a greater number of people live in the plains than elsewhere. Number two is influence on economic life. Major industries are found in towns on the plains because of higher density of population and availability of skilled labor. Number three is influence on transport and communication. In the plains, there is a wide network of roads and railway lines. Okay. Next is influence on social life. The standard of living is higher in the plains as compared to that in the mountains as well as the desert. And number 5 is influence on political life. Political life in the plains is dependent upon the availability of transport and communications. So all these 5 factors, physical factors, or you can say the features of the earth, affect the society in various ways. Okay. Now we will learn about the ecosystem in session 3. So here already you have learned that ecosystem can be defined as the community of the living organisms with respect to their physical environment. So it can be different sizes with hundreds of different living organisms such as plants and animals in a fragile balance. Okay. So factors responsible for causing imbalance in ecosystem shown here in this figure. Okay. So here you can see the first one is pollution. We know it is one of the main reasons behind the ecosystem imbalance. It leads to an unhealthy environment that badly influences the life of human beings. Okay, like water pollution, air pollution, land pollution, okay, noise pollutions, all these pollutions. Next one is global warming. So it continues to play a significant role to imbalance the ecosystem. It increases the temperature of the earth and also causes the climate changes. Next one is degradation of land and soil erosion, which play a vital role in the destruction of the ecosystem. Okay. Next one is deforestation. The forests are the one of the vital sources to make the ecosystem balance. Okay. And last one is excessive utilization of natural resources. The large extractions of natural resources such as soil, water, trees, fossil fuels for mining, logging and oil drilling play a vital role in the destructions of the ecosystem. Okay. So, all the factors here are causing the imbalance in the ecosystems. Okay. Next, we will learn about natural resource conservation. So, the protection, preservation, restoration and rational use of all the natural resources in the total environment are collectively called natural resource conservation. Okay. So, it basically refers to the conservations of land, water, soil, plants and animals. Okay. So, failure in the conservation of the natural resources will put the future generations in tremendous hardships. So, we have to be careful about it. Okay. So, here you can see the figure here given that displays different ways that can be used to save and conserve the natural resources. Okay. So, number 1, the point is tree plantation to prevent soil erosion. Next one is use of solar energy, wind energy and all other alternative sources. Then harvesting rainwater, use of biofuels, then recycling of waste, use of digital media instead of paper, use of energy saving fluorescent bulb, next practice of crop rotation, next use of drip irrigation, next is use of hybrid car instead of conventional cars, then use of biogas in the kitchen, and last one is industrial wastage and sewage treatment before they are released in the water bodies. Okay. Next, in session 5, we will learn about environmental protection and conservations. So, environmental protections and conservations can be defined as the effort by the securing the environment by the individual, government and non-government organizations for the profit of the both living organisms and the environment. Okay. So, for the conservations of environment, various programs like public awareness, conservation of forest, public campaign, environmental pollution, cultural heritage protection, everything can be organized. Okay. So, the major environmental issues are air pollution, water pollution, solid wastage, agrochemicals, radioactive waste, greenhouse effect, global warming, ozone depletion in the stratosphere, you can say in basically. Okay. So, we are having all the conventions like Ramsar conventions, Vienna convention, okay, Rio Earth summit. All these conventions and protocols and submits already are the major environmental conventions and conferences held for the various environmental issues. So, we have to learn all the conventions or the protocols also that already taken for the environmental protection and conservation. Next one is we will learn about it in session 6, that is green economy. So, basically what is green economy? Green economy can be defined as a sustainable economy that improves the human well-being and social equality and also supports the environment and the ecological system. Okay. So, basically it is about filling the gap between sustainable development and unbalanced resources such as water, air, soil. Okay. So, green economy help in sustaining and advancing economic, environmental and social well-being. Got it? So, green economy is an economy that results in the growth and development of social well-being and that also aims at improving the environment on the safety parameters. Okay. So, what are the importance of green economy? Development experts and the World Bank have learned that if we want to succeed in ending poverty, our growth should be inclusive and sustainable. So, the most critical areas to achieve green economy are responsible resource management, access to energy and good governance. Okay. So, the vital roles played by the green economy are: number 1 is it makes the quality of life better, the environmental balances become harmonized. Number 3, the resource efficiency increases. Number 4, it causes new technological development. And number 5, new economic commodities generate which may be in conformity with the environment. Okay, got it? So, all these are the importance of green economy. So, already we have discussed about many terms, important terms here. So, read it carefully and watch the video again and again if you have any doubts. Okay, thank you.